Ah, hello, Jay, Jack, Christian. Tell me, guys, I'm using the other computer today. So is the resolution okay? Is it choppy or is it okay? The sound okay and everything? Give me the info. Christian, male 26 Philadelphia, thank you. Jack, England, 23-year-old male. Ah, it says good quality. Oh, good, okay. All right then. Well, I guess I lightened up the load a little bit last night, put it on the auxiliary memory thingy. Maybe a few videos and pictures I took off, maybe it freed some memory. Let's see, the memory is, I've got 8 gigabyte here, but I've got memory used 4.46. So I've got about 3.5 free there. Should be good, I guess. Should be sufficient. And we have Gurinder in. You haven't been here for a while, Gurinder. Says, I'm from Tennessee and 25-year-old. I'm trying to work things with my GF. I always try to work on my actions, but she doesn't see that she have to work on things. She doesn't take any responsibility or see she have to work on communication and as well. Want me to adapt to everything. Right. Noura Ahmed says hello, hello dear. Well, yeah, communication is everything, Gurinder. Just try to help her to see things from both sides, not just only for her own angles, but also from your angle. And you should also be able to see things from her angle as well as yours if you guys want to have more success, at least handle things. Now it looks like it's a bit too late for live talk. That's why we don't have that many people showing up as we usually have. But I slept late, so I woke up late. that's the culprit. That's the real reason. There we go. Hello, David. Male 23, Dallas, Texas. That's all right. On the house. Hello, Majid. How are you? Majid. What? 29 UK? Am I right, Majid? Ah, see, I gave you 3 years. I I dialed the clock back. 32 UK. All right then. No, no hot chocolate today. Tea is good enough. Gurinder says, how can I communicate without making her feel like I'm attacking her? They'll just make sure your tone of voice is friendly, your look is friendly, not cross-faced or frowned. Make sure you're sitting talking to her, not standing. Make sure your finger is not pointed towards her. Just put your hands on your knees when you're sitting down on the round table. Make sure there's some tea involved. Bring some tea and be kind to her and speak with smile, genuine smile, communicating. You don't want to win something. You don't want to coerce her into something. You want to share your opinion about certain things and give her a chance to tell you about her opinion, and then together come to an agreement of what works for both of you. It's a dialogue. If you do that, you'll be more successful. And don't be angry, because nothing happens if she doesn't agree or does agree. It just will be a process of continuation until you guys both get it. You know? So let's go back to Stefan Sorensen, 26, male, Connecticut, asks, how do I not care about the ex sleeping with others? I'm jealous because she is a cute 22-year-old girl that can get laid no problem. I know you say you have to unwind her. So you've been watching the videos then, Stefan. It's not just that. Excuse me. It's not about unwanting her. It's about understanding that you guys are not together anymore. There must have been a reason that you guys broke up, whether she broke up or you broke up. She's 22 years old. You're 26. You're far ahead of her, and you should be, in experience in life and how you see life. You've had more experiences in life. So she's cute. So what? She sleeps with this and that. No skin off your nose. It's her decision, her body. You should be concerned about, do I want to have anything to do with this entity who's not experienced enough and is interested in sleeping with this and that? Or if she will sleep with this and that, that's her decision. So should I want to be with someone who makes decisions like that, that she makes herself available to other relationships? And your answer would be, no. I want someone who's exclusive to me, and I want to be exclusive to her. And if that's not the case, then that should be a deal breaker for you about her. But if you want to think that you can control people or convince them to just be there even though you guys are not compatible, or tried and figured out it doesn't work between you two, regardless of whose fault it is, no one's fault necessarily. It's about differences in consciousness. Divisions and conflicts are natural. And if divisions and conflicts are in that relationships more than their normal share, then what's the use of wanting to be together? Only for the purpose of the fact that she's cute and you can have sex with her and feel pleasure? But you can't build a relationship through pleasure. Pleasure doesn't bring compatibility. Pleasure doesn't bring smarts. Pleasure doesn't bring any kind of a bonding. for a long haul or a real sense, it's pleasure. It makes you feel good, but doesn't mean that it's also qualified for each other. Just because you receive pleasure through something doesn't mean that you're also receiving compatibility on consciousness level. You can have pleasure with many things, but it may not even be good for you, but you can receive some pleasure, depending on what it is. I don't know. Some people drink lots of alcohol and they receive pleasure from it, but it's not good for them. There are many things in life that you may get pleasure from it. Gambling. People get pleasure from gambling, but it's not good for them, is it? So pleasure should not be your measuring stick that she's the right girl for me. Because you being a heterosexual male, you love women, you're programmed to pursue women because that's your programming, your gene. But that doesn't mean just because she's a female and you're programmed to follow, that also means that you're compatible mentally. And for any relationship, you must be somewhat compatible mentally, or at least be able to understand or tolerate each other, or come to understanding of some kind. And if that doesn't exist, which in this case it didn't exist because you guys are no longer together, one reason could be that she's 22-year-old, too young for you at the moment. When she's 26 and you're 30, well, that makes sense because she's already had certain experiences. She's come to understanding of letting go all the bullshits of life, like trying this guy and trying that guy, and then sleep with this one and that one, trying to find her worth and value in attention that she receives from others. This will all boil over. Eventually, she comes to understanding that, hey, none of that matters. I'm looking for a real relationship. My worth and value is in me, according to what I accomplish in life, my education, my understanding, my research, my contribution to the society and to the world. And then she will find herself as where her worth and value really is. Then she won't be looking for them in other people's attention, including different relationships every once in a while. And then she will be more serious in any kind of a commitment because she's looking for something else and she's willing to offer deeper commitment. But she's not there yet. So at the age 22, she's trying to find her worth and value according to what the society's conditioning is and propaganda is, that the more attention you get, the more worthy you are. All hogwash stuff, bullshit things, yeah? Designed to use women and make women think that, you know, they're not valuable on their own. They're only valuable if others pay attention to them. And most human beings at a certain age feel that the attention of the others equals their being more valuable or not. And they fall into that for a while until they actually figure out that their value comes from accomplishments, research, education, fruition of their plans, and efforts they make in life, the contribution they make to the society and community, regardless of their race and gender or tendencies or lifestyle or whatever, skin color or whatever it is, nationality, religion, regardless of any of that, you simply are as worthy as your accomplishments and your intention to bring positive effects and influences to the society, help others, and bring about better energy for the world as a whole. So until that, she would need a few years. And she's at the age that at the time, she still probably broke up with you because her expectations were not met. And doesn't mean her expectations were logical or good. It just means it wasn't met, meaning you guys were not compatible. And assuming that you were a decent guy and nice guy and thoughtful and positive, she may not have realize her worth and value being in her own psyche and in her own hands. And she may be looking for it in other places, one of which would be attention of the others. And so you guys broke up. So for that reason, you don't want to have anything to do with her at this time. She's not the right girl for you. Let her grow up, or let her do her search, and eventually, maybe, she will find what she's looking for, or she'll come to understanding that she's looking for what she's looking for in wrong places, and she should look inwardly. And so what I'm trying to tell you is that you shouldn't be focusing on how cute she is and if she's sleeping with other guys or not. You should be focusing on building your own life, accomplishing yourself, creating the confidence that you need in yourself by your action, through your efforts and your accomplishments. Therefore, you wouldn't need to feel confident by having a cute girl with you. You will just be confident inwardly on your own, and then you will be looking for a woman who would be compatible with you, not to make you feel good and confident because she's cute and you have a cute girlfriend. You would qualify them based on their commitment to the relationship and what you're looking for, and if they meet your standards, rather than making you feel good, which you lack, having arrived to the confidence that you're seeking for through your accomplishments in life, and you're trying to find it in her. Just like how it is for her, I explained, it is also the same for you. Don't try to find your confidence in other people, in her, in your girlfriend. Do it through your own activities and accomplishments and efforts in the effects you bring to the societies and communities you live amongst, and feel good about yourself through building your life. And then choose a girlfriend based on their commitment to you, your commitment to them, compatibility on consciousness level, and things of that sort, which are deep and helps you guys to understand and know each other and build a good relationship. Otherwise, she's cute, so big deal. You can't build a relationship on cute. So what? She's cute, but she's going here and there. What good is that for you? If this wheel doesn't turn for you, you don't care if it turns at all. So who cares how cute she is? If it's not for you, then it doesn't matter. It means you guys are not compatible. Let her go and don't worry about what she does. It's her life, her decision. You have no say in it. What you have to say is about you and what's good for you. And obviously this situation is not good for you. So understand that and go finding other women who are willing to get to know you, resonate on similar level, and you guys both meet each other's standards and expectations. That's all. It's all in your own head. Not that I'm jealous. Why should you be jealous? Move on. Understand she's not up to par because she broke up with you. Obviously, you guys then don't hit it off. One reason or another, who cares? Move on to find your match. A better qualified candidate. On that note, it's a little bit too sunny today. Okay, that's better. Okay. Oh, Christian Martin says, I guess I missed that. How did I miss that? How can I learn not to be attached anymore to my ex? We broke up the second time in September, and I tried to work it out, but now she has a new boyfriend. I felt she was very special, and I feel like I can't do anything but blame myself for losing her. Well, the problem is that every time a breakup happens, somebody thinks that they lost the other. Like they lost. wouldn't you, instead of thinking that you lost something, what is it that you lost? Why do you want someone who doesn't want to be with you? Why? How could that be acceptable to you? That somebody who doesn't want me, for whatever reason, I don't care, I still want her. Why? Why would you want someone who doesn't want you? Don't you have respect for yourself? Don't you have criteria that she has to meet? You just want her even though she doesn't want you. Why? Because you're only focusing on her as a source of pleasure. You're focusing on the pleasure that you get from her. Makes you feel good. Well, you got to make yourself feel good by accomplishing your tasks, researching and building your life, making a better version of yourself. That makes you feel good. Oh, she gives me confidence. You should make your own confidence through your accomplishments, your efforts, your contribution to the society, to feel good about yourself. Become confident because of that, not through someone else, including her, your girlfriend. If you do all these things on your own, then you wouldn't be attached. Because what are you attached to? You're not attached to her. You're attached to what she facilitates, or she's a catalyst for you to feel like. If you can do all that, whatever you feel like, through her being a catalyst, by yourself, through your own efforts and accomplishments, and meeting your goals and bring your goals to fruition, contribution to your society and the world in general, connecting with the universe and nature, understanding your important place in this world, then you don't need her to feel good, but you would need a girlfriend who would be compatible to your expectation and standards. And she would do the same. In that way, when you guys break up, you have to recognize that what is it, why have we broken up? Obviously because we tried, but we couldn't come to a place where we both meet eye to eye, meaning resonate on the same frequency. We became not so compatible or never were. But the idea of being together, being conditioned by the society that we should have a girlfriend and we should feel good through a relationship rather than through our own efforts, we believe that then if you're not together, something is wrong. That's why you feel the way you feel. But if you come to understanding that your confidence level, your happiness, all of that should come from your own efforts before you go into a relationship, and not going into the relationship hoping that you will get all that from the other side by the words and emotions and the things that you get from her, then you will not be attached. When it doesn't work, you will see it as, okay, it doesn't work because she doesn't meet my standards and I don't meet hers. And that's not bad. It doesn't mean you lose something. Why should you lose something? It's just not compatible. It's like saying going to a store, trying to buy a suit for yourself, and you like a suit, looks very nice, good material, chic, you put it on and it doesn't fit. And you say, oh, I feel terrible. I lost a suit. No, you didn't lose it. It wasn't fitting you. It wasn't compatible. It didn't meet your expectations and standards. So it didn't fit. So that means regardless of what it is, you didn't lose any. It didn't do the job. Now, for whatever reason, your girlfriend or your partner, whatever your relationship is, breaks up with you, you should think of it that I lost something. Why? Because I'm only focused on the pleasure I was receiving from her. So that means I don't have that pleasure. That's a loss. What about the rest of the things that weren't really there and they should have been there? Did you want to be there with the suit that is like missing a pocket or a button or just not fitting, or it's not, the seams are not done well, but it looked good, it made you look good? Is that enough for the suit to be the proper one? Same thing here. Just because the pleasure was good, well, doesn't mean that that makes her qualify, or that relationship, qualified relationship for you. So on that note, you should focus on the fact that I didn't lose anything. It just wasn't fitting. So now I got to go find some other possibility that is suitable and fits me, compatible. Then you won't be attached, because you're attached to the pleasure. You're not attached to her. If you understand that, then you won't think that I'm attached to her. You're not attached to her, because there was never a good connection. If there was, it broke up anyhow. And it was a make-believe connections. At the beginning, everybody connects well, the excitement of the pleasure and all that. But eventually you got to know each other and saw, okay, it's not really working out. Whichever of you, one of you thought that it's not working out or decided to break up, it means it certainly wasn't good. And for her, it wasn't good because it wasn't working out. For you, it's not good because she wasn't seeing the qualities that you wanted her to see of you. Either way, it wasn't good for neither one of you. Whether you broke up or she broke up, it means if things are not working out and it's breaking up, it means it's not good enough, regardless of who decides. It's not good enough for neither one of you. So that should be your clue that it's not a loss, it's a correction. Breakup is not a loss. Breakup is a correction to point you toward the right direction, to go and find the right candidate. What did you want? If things were wrong, not right, and you guys won't feel it and go through life with all these apprehensions and discomfort and irregularities and incompatibilities? No. So breakup is a correction. A correction to show you the right direction, to go and find a right candidate, to build a life that would be compatible. Having said all that, let's move on to the next. Because I wouldn't be able to stop that easily. All right. Okay, we have 17 people. Please take a moment, guys. Click on like if you like. Help us to grow. Oh, I forgot. I'm supposed to say that every time I have a live talk. My name is Mehran. My last name is Dadbeh. And we are here to discuss matters of relationships, mind, movement of mind, thoughts, consciousness, fear, desire, ego, pleasure, mechanical process, order, all these things that have to do with us, who we are, how we are put together, and why we feel the way we do, act and react the way we do in our daily life, including relationships and breakups. I have uploads every day. We have over 1,300 videos on this channel. And if you need to talk to me further, you can always go on my site, mindthatseekstruth.com, click on Talk to Me for consultation, make an appointment, and we'll discuss what's concerning you, explore it together one-on-one on Skype. Of course, you can always check the books that I've written, which is available on the site, mindthatseekstruth.com. Click on the book, and beside the book, there's always a little 2-minute video telling you what the book is all about. You can click on the book, opens up, you'll see the table of contents, what's covered. Click further, you can read the sample chapter and decide to acquire them and have it on your library for reference. The books come in prints and in ebooks. Prints are expensive, and $80 to $105. They're heavy books, many pages. And of course, I invested and turned them all into ebooks, so it would be affordable for any currency, anywhere in the world. As you guys contacted me many times, thousands of you, and said, the books, we read the sample chapter, is great, we want to have it, but it's expensive. So now, it is same book that is $80 or $100 or $105. It's for $5.99, $6.99 on ebook. So there you go. I've said my piece. Now we can get back to our program. I've been told by someone of authority in Google that you gotta announce all these in order to have YouTube recognize your channel better, and of course many other things that I have to do. So that's why. And also it's a good plug anyhow. Strike 5 says, male 22, Germany. Well, hang on guys, let me just do this. It's getting warm here, so I needed to have this going just to give a little bit of a breeze. There we go. Okay. Strike 5, male 22, Germany. Good day, sir. Greeting from Germany. Guten Tag. Nice of you to be here. Ibs. Oh, I see. Let's go again to strike 5. It says, so awesome to have people like you on this planet. Well, thank you very much for your kind words. I appreciate that. I'm delighted that I could be of some help and helping you guys see a little bit further than what is usually visible, and help you maybe to have a more balanced day. So we have 20 people here, and hopefully we'll have 20 likes that will help us to put us on the map. So Ibsy Ibs says, hello sir, I hope let's see, did I miss anything? Ibs says, hello sir, I hope you're doing well, thank you. You're really helping us to get over tough times. Oh, I'm delighted to hear that. David B says, you're lost, Mehran. What? What did I lose? Oh, no chocolate? Yeah, that's right. Lucas Kowalski says, hello Mehran, I see it's a very sunny day at your place. In Poland, it's middle of the night, so good evening. Ah, good evening. Well, how do you say good evening? Dobre wieczór? Or is it Russian? Dobre wieczór. Well, Ibs says, Toronto, Canada, 24, male. Ah, Torontonian. And he says, why would an ex ignore or not answer me directly when I ask her if she has a boyfriend? Is she that type of girl who sleeps behind her boyfriend back, or does she not want to lose me if she tells me? Me being a hopeless romantic, Ibsy Ibs says, thinks she still likes me and she doesn't want me to leave because I would do just that. Well, you know, it's quite of a puzzle for me because I don't understand. Have you guys broken up or not? But you say it's ex, so that means you guys have broken up, right? So let's go piece by piece. You say, why would an ex, meaning your ex, ignore or not answer me directly when I ask her if she has a boyfriend? Because maybe she doesn't. But she doesn't want you to think she doesn't. So she doesn't lose face that I left you and I don't have anybody else after me. Or maybe she does, but it doesn't feel right to say that to her because in her mind, it makes her feel like not comfortable to tell the guy that she's been going out with for a while, that she's now with somebody else. It doesn't make her feel comfortable or ladylike. So it's a private matter to her. And thirdly, she doesn't want to divulge things that are personal. She wants her relationship with you, whether together or ex now, to be based on her and you, not based on what she does or does not do in the background. Plus, she's right to think, as much as it doesn't sound good to you, but it's none of your business. Think of it that way. Don't ask. First of all, why are you in contact with her if you guys broke up? What's the reason of being around each other if you guys broke up? But if she doesn't tell you, most often it's because she doesn't have it, but she doesn't want you to think she doesn't have it, to think that you're available for her or she's available for you. And then again, it's possible she has it and she doesn't want to divulge it because she doesn't want to kind of look like she's still conditioned to be in a relationship with you, so it doesn't feel good. It feels awkward if she does that. Either way, you should focus on the facts and the actuality. The actuality is you're not together. That's all it matters. You guys tried, had difficulties, and tried to resolve it, and eventually couldn't and broke up. One of you or both of you decided to break up. It's now should be looked upon as that, the past. It broke up. Focus on your life. Go on and focus and be friends with new people, new girls, and get to know them and move forward. If she has decided to break up with you, then that means that's her decision. Whether she has a boyfriend or not doesn't matter. She has decided to break up with you. And you should respect that and move on. Don't pressure her. If she actually wants to change her mind, she should make that clear. You don't have to pressure her. So either way, I think it's futile to spend your time trying to figure out if she has a boyfriend or not. What if she does? What if she doesn't? What difference does it make? She's already broken up with you. That's what you should focus on. That it didn't work, we're not compatible for one reason or another, we're broke up, and now you got to move on and finding a new girlfriend for yourself when you're ready. If the new girl would be compatible. Simple. Don't get hung up on the fact that, I got to have that because I don't want to feel like a loser, because if I have something and I lose it, then that means I'm a loser. No, none of that nonsense. It just happens. Consciousnesses are different. You guys may decide to be together because you're excited, you find things new, novel, you tolerate each other, and after a while, you find there are things that are not really necessarily compatible. And you don't want to spend the rest of your days, whatever age you are, together. And those conflicts and divisions causes you to decide, one of you or both of you, to break up. And that's fine. You had an experience, you learned from it, now you go on. You know a little bit more about yourself and what you expect in a relationship, and you go on to the next one. That's it. The rest of it is all what we have talked in over 1,300 videos on this channel about ego, fear, desire, pleasure, all the things that we've taught, thoughts and consciousness, conditioning, cultures and traditions, nationalities, all these things that we've talked about, is all in there. Of course, I can't be repeating them all at the same time here in like 2-hour live talk. So, on that note, free yourself from those questions and move on with your life and find new possibilities. Okay. Stefan Sorensen says, Mehran, what brand of tea do you drink? Well, today, the tea is a mixture of President's Choice and Twining chamomile. I mixed the two together, give me a little bit better. There's another one that is a little bit, there's Stash, there's another label that I use, brand I use, Stash. That's a good one too. Let's see. Mr. Consistency says, Mehran, how you? How is the tea? Tea's good. Thank you. Yes. Glad to see you here. Osama Badr says, hello Mehran, hello Osama. You know, if the word Osama was Osamu, that would be Japanese name. Osama says, my ex dumped me 2 months ago. First of all, never use the word dumped, any of you, ever. Inwardly, you're diminishing your own image of yourself, your own respect. Who dares to dump you? What do you mean dump you? Who are they? Are you garbage? No, then don't imply that. Don't say words that are negative to yourself. It just so happened that it wasn't compatible. Sometimes you don't like someone, and what do you say? You dump them? That's disrespectful. And I don't care what they think. It's very shallow that they think they dumped you. That means they're not really up to par as far as development. So they shouldn't think of it that way. And you certainly shouldn't think of it that way about yourself. So never use this word. It's demeaning and has a negative connotation. In fact, I believe every night that you want to sleep, when you wash your face and when you just dried your face and give a massage to your face and you look in the mirror and you smile and say, you're a good man. I like you. Have a good night. With a smile. So that comes from the mirror, a different image onto you. Give yourself key. Give yourself good energy. Don't use these words. They're not correct. At the same time, they're not helpful or complimentary. Why should you then? Have more respect for yourself. That's number one. Now, the rest of it is, Osama says, she called me twice this week and told me let's get back together. While I'm completely recovered and I'm not interested to be in a relationship this year to be able to focus on my goals, how can I reject her in gentle way? I felt like I'm a backup plan for her. That's why I feel I don't want to get back again. Well, if that's what you feel, talk to her. Say, listen, what is this? Why did you break up? And now that you've broken up, why 2 months ago, now you call me a month and a half later? Is that correct? Yeah. 2 months ago, and you call me 2 months later when I'm already on my way to focus on my goals, and I can't afford to constantly oscillate between my goals and my emotions and worry about the drama or things that what you're going to be doing, and that's unstable. I need stability in my life at this time, especially that I'm trying to build my life. That stability is not clear to me that I can get it from you, because you've already broken up and then you're coming back, and I don't have really interest to go put myself in that condition anymore, or to think why she left and why is she coming back. These questions should not have a place in my life right now. Can you explain that? Why did you leave? Why are you coming back? And what is your next plan? When are you going to leave again? Because if you're looking for fun and you're looking for entertainment or popularity, well, I'm not in that part of my life. I need to be serious with my life. So if I have a girlfriend, she should be there and I can count on her, not on dramas, so we can both be focused on our goals that we should be accomplishing at this age. I prefer not have a girlfriend than have one and occupy my mind by her up and down thinking, because she's only resonating on the premise of I want to be popular. I don't have enough things. I don't feel good about myself. So I gotta have fun. I gotta jump from this guy to that guy, and I don't need that. So if I want to have a girlfriend, I need a girlfriend who's already figured all those things out. And if she hasn't, then I wish you well. I respect you. I want you to have a great life, and go and find what you're looking for. But you've been with me, and I'm developing and maturing, and you're maturing. So this is where I'm at. If you can resonate on that base and you can be committed to it, at least for a year or two, maybe we can try again. But if you want to come in and go out, come in and go out, I'm neither a bathroom nor a disco. There's a stability that I'm trying to bring about in my life. So you want to share that, well, explain to me and make me understand, to have that confidence for us to give another chance. If not, then I don't want to be a hindrance in your life and stop you from having your own plans and fun. If you put it this way, I think it would be very logical and polite and constructive. So go to it. Good luck. I'll upload it in case you want to refer to it again once we're done here. So 21 of us here, if you wouldn't mind, please take a moment and click on like if you like the livestock. If you like the live talk, there's an S extra here. Or if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. I need subscription, and many of you keep telling me that you deserve 1 million subs. The 1 million subs starts one by one. So if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. And enjoy over 1,300 videos we have about breakups and things about movements of mind, thoughts, consciousness, how is thought put together, how is consciousness put together, what is fear all about, how has it come to be, what is desire, what are the steps for desire, how we can stop the desire, where we can stop the desire, what is ego, what is the role of all these in how we feel, act, and react in our daily life. For all that, you can enjoy this channel. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. And what's the word? Recommend our channel to people that you know, and perhaps you can put us on the map by your connections. In other words, share the videos you like on your social media and help us to grow and reach more people, to help and also become economically viable here. Now, Murray says, male 55 Manitoba, second Canadian we have here now. Hello, Murray, haven't been around for a while. Is the snow gone already on the West Coast? Yes, snow is gone, practically all of it. Let's see. Yep, all of it. And it's sunny day, and we are back in business. Sid says, dear friend Mehran, hello. He says, salam, salam, Sid. Ibsy Ibs, oops. Ibsy Ibs says, Ibs says, Mehran, she does not have a boyfriend. I asked her when she come to my room one day after walking back from university. Before that, I was hugging her and I kissed her neck, but before I could kiss her mouth, she moved her face the other way and then said, I have to go to my friend's house, but I knew she meant her boyfriend's place. After she finally told me, she then came with excuse saying that he isn't like me in terms of looks and personality, and she immediately brought up a moment her and I shared that was cute in the past. I don't know if she is confused or if she is the devil. I had to block her 3 weeks ago. So I could try to move on. However, before that, she would say she wants to be friends or strangers after I start coming strong towards her, asking for a relationship. Mehran, this girl would see me and say, "Why are you so cute?" while smiling. She would stop going to the store and walk me home while buying me cake. I do want her back, but I don't forgive her. She's still doing all that? Or was doing all that when you guys were together? She used to go clubbing while her and I were dating, and now she doesn't even go to the club at all with her new boyfriend. That's what makes me feel like a loser. No, why? Going to the club to dance and meet guys, and now you're serious? That's why I have strong negative feelings towards her, which isn't helping me to move on. Well, you should simply grow a pair and tell her exactly what you feel. Very friendly, very civilized. You say, "Listen, dear, sit down here. Stop, first of all, I'm talking to you, Ibzi, stop being a pussy by not being able to be the man that you are. You're a guy. You don't have to just see what she wants to do in order to have a good place in her files. Just sit down and be genuinely honest and pleasant, yet assertive. Say, "Listen, dear, what's going on? We were together. You saw who I am, how I am, and I saw who you are, how you are. There are things you like about me, things you don't like about me. There are things I like about you, there are things I don't like about you. Simply, I don't want to be playing this game or have a drama. I have things to do. I want to be serious with my life. I have studies to do. Make up your mind. You want to be with your boyfriend? Go with your boyfriend. I'm not standing in our way. But we can't be friends more than we see each other and say hello, and that's it. You can't be showing up here and enticing me or teasing me. I'm a man. You were my girlfriend. We had sex together. So every time I see you, I feel that you're still my girlfriend. If you approach me in that way and play these sweet games with me, don't do it, because I'm not interested. I want to know either you're with me or you're not with me. If you're not with me, act like you're not with me. We say hello, we're cordial, we're polite, when we see each other around campus or wherever, but we know clearly where we stand. You playing like this, it's not good for my mind, and I don't have time for it. I either don't want to have a girlfriend or I want to have a girlfriend. And which is it? You're going to be with that guy, then be with that guy. I'll move on. You want to be with me, then you got to be with me, only with me. Then we'll see what we can do. So make up your mind and tell me about it. Otherwise, we can't just be like this. It's not the way I envision a relationship with my whatever. Just make it clear. Don't be a wussy. Say what you mean. Pleasant, polite, cordial, nice, kind, friendly, civilized. Address it. Now, getting back to where we were, because I just followed your links here, what you were saying. Osama says, no, it's Arabic name. I'm from Saudi Arabia. Yes, I know. I can tell from the name. But I said, if you take the A at the end of your name, Osama, and turn it into you, you'll be Osamu. And Japanese have a name, Osamu. I had a friend named Osamu. So, many words, changing one alphabet suddenly becomes a different language. Now, Sid says, as always, thank you for being such a wonderful human being and sharing your knowledge. Oh, my pleasure, Sid. Thanks for the kind words. Appreciate it. Delighted that you're enjoying the live talk and the channel's content. Mr. Consistency says 27, male, South Africa. That's Rohan. And how do you balance your chi besides the tea? You meditate. You meditate. And you understand your relationship with the universe, with the energy. You understand that you are not separate from nature. You are part of nature. You know, instead of standing out in a museum and watching a painting on the wall in the museum rooms, you're standing here, the painting is here. Understand that you are in the painting, part of the painting. That's how it is. We are not supposed to think of the nature, life, as a painting on the wall and ourselves outside of the painting watching it. Instead, you got to understand that you are part of what has created and is continuously creating, changing this painting, this life. You're part of the creator of how this looks. If you understand that, then you realize that you are in the making of the picture, not the observer of the picture. That's a difference. And in that way, you can feel responsible for how it's shaping up. And you also reap the benefits of its powers, its balance. You're part of a whole, rather than the whole is there and you're here, you're separated. You got to bring about this understanding of connection and harmony, oneness, being with the nature. In other words, you got to become alone, all one, meaning part of the whole, not separated. The dictionary meaning of alone is not being lonely, it means all one. So you got to be understanding that you're one with all. You're one with all. You're part of the universe, part of the nature, not separated. That helps you to have more balance, which we all needed every day. And Joel Edoja, I hope I pronounced it right and didn't butcher it, says, I told my ex, Joel, what's our protocol here? I did put a few sentences up there, right? Way up there. It says what? It says, hello everyone, with a smiley. Then it says, please let me know with every question, comment, or follow-up question. 1, where you're tuning in from. 2, how young you are. And 3, what your gender is. Thank you. So, before I answer any question, I would like to have that protocol. Just simple things, like Mr. Consistency done here. 27, M, South Africa. Means 27 years old, male from South Africa. That gives me a little bit of background, who you are, what you are, how to consider your age in my responses, your culture hopefully helps me to know a little bit more about you by knowing where you come from, and your gender, of course, helps me as well. So I'll go to the next until I get that quick little codes from you, and then we'll go on. Sid says, Mehran, please remind everyone to like and subscribe. Also protocol. Yes, I did. Just did. Everyone, please, if you haven't liked the live talk, and you like the live talk, so please do click on like. And if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. We need the subscription. Don't forget. Now, Let's see if Joel has responded to us. Joel has not responded to us. Come on, Joel. Maybe Joel has left us. All right, so we go to the next question until Joel responds to us. Next question is, Ibzib says, Mehran, I told her what I wanted and she would ignore the messages. I told her in person and I wish her the best, but she would get annoyed and angry. Then don't pay attention to her. Ignore her totally until she comes to understand that you're not a joke here. That's it. And stop complying. Just focus on your life, in your studies and whatever else it is. Ignore her totally because you've already communicated to her and she's not taking it seriously. So just you don't need that mind game. Whatever her problem or her needs are, it's up to her. And you just focus on your life. Get yourself out of that. And George L. says, does he read these comments? Yes, George. I do. But the question is, would you pay attention to her protocol? Who are you? Where you're calling in from, and how old you are, and so on. Now, there is Joel, finally. Joel, you're from Nigeria. Was it too far from here? Took you so long for the answer. Joel is 29, Nigeria, and he assumes that I know he's a male. How do I know? So, supposed to be male, M for male, 29, Nigeria. There we go. There's my guy. All right. Male, 29, Nigeria. Thank you, Joel, for that protocol, observing the protocol. Now we go back to Joel's question. Joel says, I told my ex what I want from the relationship and let her be. She has called me twice now, but each time I want to set up a date, won't accept it. How do I get my confidence back and start meeting other women? Your confidence never left you. Your confidence never been touched. You think you are the image you have of yourself in your mind. And that image has been put together, drawn by the society and the conditioning that you have received from the society you've been raised in. That image has been telling you, you get your confidence from attention of a woman. Which is, of course, very nice and sweet, and we all enjoy that and appreciate that. But that is just an image that has been communicated to you by your society. It's not necessarily the entirety of you. It's just one picture that you can have of yourself when a woman pays attention to you. But that doesn't entail that if she doesn't, you will lose your confidence, or if she does, you will gain confidence. You may gain confidence, but if she doesn't, you will never lose confidence. So your confidence never left you. It was just being paid attention to, noticed by this woman. But when this woman doesn't pay attention to it anymore, to you anymore, it doesn't mean your confidence disappears. It just means he's not receiving the recognition of one entity, this woman. But it is still there for many other women to pay attention to it, to see it. They still see it, and they can recognize it and appreciate it. It's like, again, a painting in the Louvre Museum in France, Paris. The painting, the masterpiece, is still on the wall. Some people who come through the museum, they see it, they pay homage to it, they appreciate it, they enjoy it. And some people simply who don't see it, the painting is still on the wall. Nothing comes off of it. The people who pass by and don't pay attention to it suddenly don't cause the painting fall from the wall on the ground. It doesn't lose its beauty, it doesn't lose its masterpiece, it doesn't lose its techniques or colors. Nothing changes. Only those people didn't notice it. So big deal. It's still there, whole, with all its glory, for the people who will notice it. What is noticed or not noticed does not make a change to that particular being or existence. In this case, that painting on the wall. It's just not noticed. That means the ones who don't notice it, it's their loss. The ones who do notice it, well, they enjoy it. Same thing with this situation. Your confidence still there, like the painting hanging in the museum. Whoever notices it, great. We feel, okay, they noticed me, wonderful. Whoever doesn't notice it, you're still there. It doesn't, you don't disappear. Oh, they didn't notice it, so the painting on the wall is disappeared. Where is it? Oh, put the alarm. It's not here. No, it's not there. It's still there. So what I'm trying to tell you is that your confidence has nothing to do with her. You've been conditioned to think that it has to do with her, because you have been conditioned to think you are an image rather than who you are that cannot be changed so easily. Get beyond thinking that you're an image and that image is drawn by other people, and draw your own image. Get the pen in your hand and draw the way you look like you like to look in your own mind. Don't let people draw your image for you in your own mind by themselves. You draw how you look like, how you like to be looked upon by you in your mind about yourself. You. So it will become independent of other people's interaction with you, attention to you, or noticing you, or exchanging with you. And when they don't seem to be paying attention to you, okay, but you're still as whole. Your confidence is whole, and you're ready to go and exchange with other people. That's all I have to say about that for now. ILL, hello. You had a question yesterday and we missed yours. So why don't you shoot your question and I will deal with it right now. ILL says, I'm a bit late for the stream. Can I still get an advice on time management? I'm addicted to video games. Yes, I remember. Well, listen. First, you got to talk to yourself that is your worth and value comes from giving value to other things? Like when you give value and attention to other things, do you feel more valuable? If that's the case, it's a wrong premise that you're going on. You think by paying attention to a certain thing, your value goes up, where instead, when you pay attention to something, you're actually creating value for that thing. In the case of video games, you gotta always, in case of anything in life, you gotta always see what do you get when you spend your attention, your energy on something, when you pay for something with your attention and with your time, what do you get in return? If you get more, then it was a good, amicable trade. If you didn't get as much as you paid for it, then obviously you're short selling yourself and you're not getting a good end of this trade. Which means, what is the meaning, what is the result of your investment in time and energy in something for your life? What is the interpretation of your effort you made in something for your life? For example, if you go and play soccer, you put an effort in there, and what you gain is is a certain kind of a health, ability, preparation, good mood for getting on with your day the next day and accomplishing your tasks that you hope to accomplish. So you put energy in and time, and you got back exercise, health, fitness, and good mood, and stuff that will help you in your journey the next day on what it is that you need that energy for. So when you put energy, you want to get energy back, if nothing else. Or you put some energy and time in, you want to get some money back, at least, so you can help your life. So getting energy back, or getting money back, or getting knowledge back that can help and translate and mean something for building your life and your future to create comfort and lifestyle is something that you could call it a good way of spending your time, your life. But if you don't get energy back, if you don't get money back, if you don't get opportunity for future advancement, if it's not going to help you to put food on the table, it's not going to help you to become more confident about yourself in accomplishing other things in life to ultimately bring you that comfort zone and material that brings you comfort, such as food, home, car, or things that you want, and eventually, I don't know, women or whatever it is that you want in a relationship, then that means you wasted your time. So translate your addiction to game playing. What does it do for you? It seems to me playing game is fun. But like anything else, if you do too much of it, it becomes counterproductive. It's like playing soccer for an hour and a half or 2 hours, if it goes to extra time. It's fun. But you play that for 6 hours, you're exhausted. You can't do anything tomorrow, and you can't even see clear in front of you. So you fall apart. It's not a good idea. So too much of any good thing can become bad. It's no different than anything else. You put good, delicious food in front of you, you eat, gives you power, gives you balance, gives you abilities, brightness, sharpness, energy. You eat too much of it, you can't move. You don't feel good. You want to throw up. So just because something is good or makes you feel good doesn't necessarily mean too much of it is also going to continue being good for you. Now, playing games is fun. But you have to first of all understand what kind of game you're playing. What is the effect of it on your brain? Because you're putting inputs, which creates new neurons, synaptic neurons, and creates moods in you by how it affects you and what kind of a chemical is being secreted in your mind because of the effects of it. If it's gory, if it's fearful, if it's happy, all these have different effects on you. So that should be considered. Secondly, if you're playing too long of a game, like you've played for half an hour or an hour, it's fun. You play for 5 hours a day, well, what did you gain? Nothing. You gained escape. You escaped from your responsibilities, the things that you could have done to gain in information and knowledge, which is currency, which you could spend it and use it on your other daily lives and then make your life better. Bring about that results of comfort in material, money, or things. Change it into that knowledge and research and what you learned. But you didn't do that. You played games for 5 hours. So what's the translation of that to your life? What did you gain? Nothing. You lost time that you could have spent on learning things or working or making money. So you lost time and opportunity to learn more, which is detrimental and affects the quality of your future life and your lifestyle, your ability to pay the bills and put food on the table and then do all these things or learn, study, get good grades and move on in life. So you demolish that. So if you look at that, are you here to use things or are you here to let things use you? So what you did, you just spent all your energy and time on the game and the people who made the game and you bought the game and where you pay the rent for the internet and or whatever, you know, to play worldwide, you pay a fee. They gained the money from your energy, but you got nothing. You got some pleasure, which after a certain minutes of it, hour of it, like the soccer game, it becomes too much and becomes waste of energy and resources. So if you translate all that, say, what am I gaining from this experience and what am I losing? What am I giving and what am I taking? Well, I'm giving my time, which I could turn it into things that could help me in the future, for my future, whether it's studies or work or whatever. And I gained something that is always the same, pleasure, but it has no reality. So I've turned my life, which I could be with the actuality and be productive through my efforts and make changes and go higher and higher in life, I've turned that into an illusion, escape, something that is not real. Because after 5 years of playing game, what did I get? Nothing. Just some maybe dopamine, felt good, but then I also feel exhausted, don't feel like doing anything else, to make money, to do anything, to learn anything. So I'm really, with this fun, I'm actually destroying my life. It looks like fun, but it's illusory, and in turn, it actually destroying my chances to become something, have comforts and the things that I would want at a different age, because I'm not going to be playing game all my life. And when I don't want to, when I understand that, it's already too late. I haven't built anything to be able to put food on the table and to be able to have any speciality, expertise into spending my life and fulfilling my dreams and accomplishments. It'll all be that. So is that what my life worth? Like addiction, games, relationships also feel like addiction, especially when you stop them. Because you kind of crave that, because every time you play a game, there is dopamine created in your mind. Something good is happening, excitement. Then oxytocin, or with those whole community of the game, you feel comfortable. Serotonin, opioid, all of that is secreted from your brain because it's this experience. But then at the end, you see you gain nothing actually. It was all wasted, where you could use all these secretion to use it to be happy and excited about something fulfilling in your life and accomplish some important task to increase the quality of your life. If you consider all these, then you will understand that you gotta go through withdrawal system, withdrawal procedure. Wean yourself off of it by having recognized that this is no longer enjoyment, it's an addiction. And it should be treated like that, which means you should simply put it aside and give yourself a time. I should only do it half an hour, because my life worth a lot more than sitting around and playing game. Imagine yourself you're doing that all the time, and imagine what else is out there in the world that you need to know in order to survive when you stop wanting to play game, which you will eventually. So prepare for it now. Otherwise, you will surely think of yourself as a loser, because you're gaining nothing and you're putting out everything you got, which is your time, energy, opportunities for bettering your life. Think of it that way and logically take action. Don't be a wussy. Respect yourself. Don't allow a game to control you. Pleasure. That's how people fall in trap of drugs. They take some, they feel good, and they want to feel good. Why? Because they want to feel like there's nothing they need to accomplish. They're escaping from responsibilities and ability to bring a better lifestyle for themselves. They call that a chore, instead of calling it an opportunity for yourself. So, reason that for yourself. Reason that for yourself and get yourself out of that. Otherwise, you will lose the life. And one day you wake up, see life passed you by, all those opportunities, you just played games. So you're good at playing games. Okay. It's supposed to be an enhancement for your life. A little bit. You know, like maybe even tea. If I drink 20 of these, it won't be necessarily that good. Of course, tea is not that bad because it's herbal. It's got no caffeine or anything in it. But anything else that if you do too much of it, it's worth nothing. Wasted your time. The question is, do you want to waste your life? Or you actually want to make something out of yourself? If you make this decision, then it's all clear for you. Does this help me make something out of myself? No. Half an hour of it, enjoyable. The rest of it is bullshit. Waste of time. I need to do it once in a while, okay. But otherwise, it's here. I can do it anytime I want. But the other things are not always going to be available to me. Their opportunities pass by. They're time sensitive. So I should catch up with things that are not going to be around for that long. But the games will always be. And build your life on that philosophy. Hope that's helpful to you. George L. Sayre says, Sir, I'm a third-year medical student. Congratulations. My girlfriend broke up with me because she doesn't want to follow me to the US from Canada. We dated 4 years, and I was going to propose next month. Why do you want to go to US anyhow? What's wrong with Canada? What, you want to go there and get sick and pay $400 for a doctor's visit? Huh? Or you think you're going to make what? More money to work in the United States? Maybe. But they're eventually going to come around and have a universal health care like we do, like United Kingdom has, like many other advanced countries in the world have. Or perhaps you're saying that you got admitted to some university that you, for continuation of your 4th year in medical school, and you haven't been accepted here. Anyhow, I feel if you don't have to go, don't go. Stay in Canada. Keep your girlfriend. Even if your girlfriend wasn't with you, still stay in Canada. And don't have to go to the United States for, medical studies. Canada is advanced. However, if none of that works, and if, it's not easy for her to uproot her and take her there just because you have decided, well, she has her own life. She has her own plans. She's happy here. She feels safe here. Why should she go to another country and start everything over with everything that is different there? Why? It's because you want to. It's not fair that you actually expect her to follow you there. Why? You're not even married and you haven't discussed it together to make that decision together. You're in 3rd year medical student and you decided to go to US. Why should she? Why do you expect that her loyalty would be shown if she would follow you and forgo her own plans and her comfort zone? Why can't it be the same consideration from both sides? So let's be fair here, George. Now, she broke up with you because she doesn't want to follow me to US. All right. Well, she didn't have to break up. She could have said, okay, you go and we'll see each other once in a while until you finish the 4th year or whatever year it is. I don't know how long it takes. I mean, it's not going to be easy for you to be there for a few years and she'd be here and she doesn't want to move there. Why is she coming there for? She's not a medical student. What is she going to do, let's say, if she comes with you? Hang around the apartment till you go and do your studies? That's like a sentence to death for her. She's becoming no, she won't be productive. She won't feel good about herself. She's just there hanging around to see you prosper. Of course, I don't know anything more about you guys. I don't know anything about her plans, where she's studying or not, she's working or not, she maybe have a career, she doesn't want to lose that. I don't know any of that. But your expectations are a little bit too much, I think. Unless both of you were medical students and she also would have liked to continue her studies in States, well, fine. But I think it's a little bit dicey, and maybe it's a blessing that, okay, she broke up and you can now go on your own. You're focusing on why after 4 years she does not comply to follow you, where you don't consider that after 4 years, why don't you come up with a plan that works for both of you? I mean, you know, that's the idea of, you know, relationship, right? And if both of you see, oh, it's really better if she would come to States because there will be more opportunities for you and for her, and then a better future, okay, that's a different story. But if she doesn't see it that way, then you guys got to come up to some kind of a compromise that it works for both of you. You know, you can't just say, oh, me, because I'm becoming a doctor, therefore you just got to leave everything. Everybody's life and ventures and goals and plans are important. Remember, the most important person in her life is her. And the most important person in your life, ultimately, is you. Because unless there is you, there is no other things to be appreciated. Unless there is her, nothing else that she cares about would really matter. So the most important person in each one of your lives is each one of you, yourselves. So you want her, regardless of what her life is, what your studies and education is, what her goals are and what yours are, regardless of that, you expect her to let go of her center, her life, her existence, her plans, her entity, her entirety, and follow you. Why? That's where the conflicts and divisions take place. That's what happens in every relationship. People think that each person should be thinking economically or opportunistically, or because I am having a better supposedly position or future or job or career, therefore everything should turn around. Not necessarily, because before that comes to the picture, you're talking about her life. However different it may be, it's very important, very big for her. Even if she's working, I don't know, a retailer store. For her, that's her plans, her image, her entity, her understanding and definition of her journey. So you got to come to a certain understanding. You can't blame her entirely, but, you know, maybe you can revise your plan, and if not, then it's a blessing. You prefer to go on with your studies and pursue your ventures and your goals, and let her do the same, and just break up and you find another woman and she finds another guy. But there is no real one-sided decision that can be handed out here. George, I hope that is something for you to ponder, because I don't really have any exact address. I just could maybe shed some light on it. Yes, I know. You said I'm having trouble focusing and it's killing me. Yes, it is, definitely. So perhaps you apply for a university here in Canada and finish your residency or whatever stage of medical studies you're at, and be together. But hey, you know, it may still break up, who knows, after that even. So there is no guarantee, but you got to see what's good for you, and she got to see what's good for her, and if you guys can work it together, great. Otherwise, make a decision, either here or there. Either you accept the breakup and pursue your plans or dreams or whatever it is, or you alter it and see, hey, that's not reasonable. I mean, I can stay here and do the same thing. Then do it that way. But don't trick her. Meaning, stay here for a year and get married and then say, okay, now I gotta go. because she's still going to break up. She'll remember. All right. George is male, 27, Canada. Ah, you tricked me. I didn't notice. You didn't give me the protocol, and you gave it to me at the end. But hey, it's balanced. Okay, 22 of us. I hope I have 22 likes. And if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. We need to be popular, and we need to be put on the map. And unless you subscribe, we won't be. All right. Jose Villanueva. I have a problem pronouncing that. Villanueva. Jose Villanueva. This is male, 21, Puerto Rico. Thank you, Jose. And ILL says male, 17, UK. Ah, okay. George says, I keep having these thoughts that she's coming back, but I know that I can't be with someone that wouldn't do everything to make it work. How do I get past this roadblock and focus on my work? Well, I think we discussed it, George, that you need to understand doing everything to make it work is not necessarily mean she doing everything that makes it work. Maybe there are some things you can do to make it work as well. Remember, her life is as important as yours, regardless of what she's doing in it. It's not about what she's doing in it. It's not about her career. It's not about her education. It's about her life is the most important thing on this earth for her, as your life is the most important thing to you on this earth. So, once you get through that understanding, then you make your decision. If your life is that most important thing, then you will go on with your life. If you think you can do things to make it work, just as you expect her to do, then you come up with some plans that makes it work for both of you. But obviously, I don't know how the situation is with you and your studies, but this is Canada. This is a first world. It's not a third world country that you think, I gotta go to the United States to get my expertise. Well, it's Canada. You can do it right here. Everything's available. All universities, medical schools, top notch. So, but I don't know enough about your other predicaments or circumstances, so I hope that is something for you to ponder, and it's been helpful to you. Joel says, I realize I get more attention from women I'm not attracted to, but the one I really want don't really care that much about me. How do I fix this? Well, that's normal for every one of us. We always get attention, or at least we notice the attentions that we get from the woman that we are not necessarily interested in. So that's normal. It's not a problem. So you just focus on your life, Joel. Focus on your life and, build your life. Busy with your life. The right woman, right situation, right attention will appear. And you will both find it satisfactory. Sid, male, 57, Texas, USA, says, Mehran, your wise words have helped me in the process of moving on. Delighted to hear that. Although it has not been easy, I feel like day by day things are going back to fairly normal, I think. Yes, it does, because that's the way of the river. You cannot stop the flow of the river, regardless of what falls into it. The water eventually finds a way to go around that rock or that stone, that obstacle, and continue its way, so the flow will eventually become normal again. There would be splashes, obstacles, a little bit of a challenge, but eventually it will become like as if nothing has changed, because that's the way of the river. The flow must continue, and it does. Sid says, as we get older, although breakups are not as easy, but having experience of previous relationship breakups gives up hope that the pain eventually will go away. I hope your guys, younger guys, understand. Oh, well, we will eventually, everybody understands that. Sid says, especially if they have their first breakup, that the storm is not here to stay. That's right. It will eventually pass away, yes. And sunny days sunny days are ahead. Yes, that's true. Exactly. Joel Edoja says, wow, you pronounce my surname like you're from my country. Oh, okay, cool. Z Zhong Cheng says, hi sir, hello Z. How to overcome emotionally unavailable after a breakup? Thank you so much for answering my question. Ji Zhong Cheng, I need to understand your question, Ji. You say, hi sir, how to overcome emotionally unavailable. Oh, you mean how to overcome being emotionally available. Emotionally being unavailable. Being emotionally unavailable after a breakup. Ah, I see. Well, you don't have to overcome it. There's nothing to overcome. That is just like saying, how to overcome when I fall down and my knee gets hurt. Well, you don't have to overcome it. It will become okay by itself. Because it takes a certain time until those feelings and the sensations from falling down and your knee is kind of hurt to dissipate. And that will happen whether you want it or not. Yeah. So being emotionally unavailable, that's a if you were emotionally available after a breakup, I would ask you to go and see a doctor. Because obviously you're not normal because you have no feelings. Being emotionally unavailable after a breakup is natural, is how it should be. So you're perfectly normal. There's nothing wrong with you. All you have to do is to be busy with your life. Focus on your life. Continue attending to your duties and responsibilities. Do not neglect your studies or your job or whatever it is that you have to do. Do not allow a breakup to create a bigger breakup in your life by you being so occupied in it, the focusing on the pain of it, so you will neglect your studies, you neglect your job, you lose your job, you let it be affected, or exams or studies, whatever it is that you're going through life. That is the problem. But being emotionally unavailable after a breakup, that is as normal as it comes. You shouldn't be available emotionally for at least a few hours. No, for at least maybe, a month. At least. But through the month, you can still date and, get yourself back up and spend time with friends and family and, talk about it and then get over it and then focus on your life while you are focused on your life every day. Do your things. Don't let them, fall behind. And then eventually you'll feel, oh, okay, the pain on my knee is kind of not there anymore. I don't feel it anymore. Same thing, you'll feel, oh, I don't feel like emotionally not available. It's like you've ate so much food and you don't want food, so you say, I'm not ready for dinner yet. I still had a big lunch, yeah? But a couple of hours later, it'll all digest and you'll feel, I'm hungry, I'm available. Same thing with the emotional not being available happens. Eventually, after a certain time, when you have sorted things out in your mind, you will feel, appetite for date again. I want to be available emotionally. So give it time. Don't rush it. There's nothing wrong with you. And move on. ILL gives me lots of nice hearts. Thank you. Says, ILL says, I needed someone to tell me this. Thank you so much. You're quite welcome. I will upload it again and you can listen to it again. But knowing about it will not help you unless you make action. In other words, put what you know into action. Follow what you know, turn it into action, and then you will see result. Otherwise, knowing about something does not bring you the desired result. So now you know it, now put it to action, and then the result will come, and your life will change, and you become in control of your life. You become the master of everything, including the games, not the games to become the master of your life and make you always follow their ass. Oh, you gotta play me, you gotta play me to feel good because you're no good, you can't feel good about yourself, you're dependent on me. No, in life, never allow anything to get you dependent on it. Anything. Alcohol, drugs, fun, girlfriend, anything must be balanced. Never be addicted to anything. Do not allow anything to addict you. Do not allow yourself to become addicted to anything in life. If you observe that, you will have a happy life. All right. George says, I'm trying to get back to Canada. Oh, there we go. George says, my schooling requires me to complete my 3rd year and 4th year. So I don't understand. Are you in US right now, or are you going to US? So I didn't have the right scenario. If you are already in US and studying, and she doesn't want to wait longer because she has no life. I don't know how old she is, but she's waiting around for you because she needs attention, she wants to feel important. And at that age, I don't know what age she is, but she wants to feel special, and she wanted to do that through you, but you're not there. So she probably, I don't know, wants to get a move on and feel all those things. She thinks her life is getting by and she's losing out, and she's not getting all those things that she could have with you. If you were around, you would do your studies, and once in a while you would go out, and she would feel important and feeling like, you know, life is not, she doesn't have to wait for life to get to a certain stage before she can have all these recognition or activities and stuff. You know, you've got to look at it from her point of view too. But do not lose focus on your studies. While you're there, doesn't matter what you're going through, do not allow that to affect your studies, your exams, and the results that you're looking for until you remedy this, you figure things out. But as long as you're still there, fully focused on your studies, that cannot come back. And if this has already gone, well, don't fuck up that one. And if this hasn't gone yet, at least while you're there, you can't do anything about it. So focus on your studies, don't mess that up until you be able to sort this thing out. When it comes time for that, then you will pay attention to that. But right now, pay your full focus to what it is that you're busy with until you have a plan to when to come to Canada or whatnot, so forth. But don't allow anything to distract you from what you're there to accomplish. That is very important. Otherwise, that would be a waste of time, and all the sacrifices that has come with it would have been wasted. So don't mess it up in that way either. All right. Joel says, I'm getting stronger now compared to when the breakup was fresh. I go out with my friends, learning new skills, building a side business with my sisters, but every morning I still feel the pain. Yeah, you should. You're a man, and you know, we all feel the pain when we break up. So that's normal. There's nothing wrong with it. But just because you feel the pain doesn't mean you're dead. In fact, if you feel the pain, that's a sign that you're still alive. And it's good to feel the pain in that sort, which means you got feelings, you got zest, you want to do things, and you're missing something. That's good. But you'll get used to that pain. The pain will go away, but the vigor and how you treated yourself and went through it will stay with you. That's how you become stronger. So don't lose hope. She says, feel the pain of losing her. How do I get past this? And is it okay to try attract her back now with my new personality? I don't want to be pushy because that would be needy. Yeah, don't be pushy at all. Just you focus on building your business, focus on your life, be happy. If you run into her or if she hears it out, she may seek you out, or you may see her, then be happy and don't right away ask something, because if you do, it means like, whatever I've accomplished, my new business and everything else and my new me and all that means nothing without you. Don't do that. Once you do that, she'll feel that she surpasses your abilities and your expectations and your worth and value and your whole experience and your whole accomplishments. And then she says, well, if I surpass all that and he's nothing without me, even though he has accomplished all these things, that means I'm better than whatever he can do. Therefore, I don't want someone who thinks I'm better than him. That's the mentality that most girls go by. And it's the same in everybody, guys or girls. You just simply do your best, and when you run into her or she seeks you out or you guys somehow meet, if you did, she would have heard about your business and your new you, but you don't show that none of them mean anything without her. You got to show that they mean a lot and you feel great. And then she would want to be part of that success, part of that you, the new you, with new plans, new success, part of that greatness. That's how you can let her see your confidence, your ability to do things, rather than to do things, accomplish things, but say, I'm nothing without you. Well, nobody wants to be with you if you think you're nothing without them, which means they're better than you. Therefore, they get a big head and suddenly they don't see it clear. They think they actually are the whole enchilada. But they're not. None of us are. So, but try to be that, and then others will be attracted to you. So, be the whole enchilada, but once she comes in, then she'll be part of the enchilada. Don't make yourself continuously think, oh, I'm all that. Then that's full of shit also. Be balanced, 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 balanced. That's all you're looking for. All right. George says, I guess I didn't... What happened? George says, I guess I didn't word that properly. Yes, your fault. She felt like she would be following me. I was just open to trying to make anything work, because no matter how bad the situation, you should always want to try and work through it. Yes, I still don't know exact situation, but I think I've said my piece. George says, my school requires a 3rd and 4th year in the United States. She's 26 too. And he says, thank you, sir. You're so right. I won't mess it up. Thank you. Yes, please don't mess it up. Even if you get back to her or she gets back to you, no guarantee she will stay. And if you have fucked this up, your studies, and you made that work, your relationship, and then she breaks up again, maybe a year later, whatever, for whatever reason, if that happens, then you've already lost a chance of having your career to be on the right track by having allowed it to be compromised when you were going through this breakup. Do not allow your exams, your studies to suffer. Focus on that, because that is exactly why she would come back if she does, and if she doesn't, that is exactly why other women would be attracted to you, partly because of your personality, of course, and partly because they also want to see if you're capable to provide, which your profession is very important. And don't mess that up, because that's your ticket to the next possible qualified girlfriend and eventually wife. If this one doesn't find it suitable for her life to continue a relationship with you, it's all okay. Because if she doesn't, she doesn't. And you respect that. Wish her well. but you got to respect yourself as well and wish yourself well and focus on what it is you've set out to accomplish. Do not allow it to be compromised, regardless of whatever the relationship you may be pursuing, because all that is for now is pleasure and desire. And you cannot live life on desire and pleasure. Focus on reality and actuality. You have a chance to be successful in your career where that puts the bread on table and possibly give you a better chance for a wonderful, suitable girl sitting with you on that same table. All right, let's move on. Indigenous Gamer says, hi Mehran, hope you're okay. 24 male UK, don't know how I feel. I'm in a friendship with a girl. She's 19. Ooh, we have been friends now for the past 2 years. Lately we have been hanging out more. But 1 minute I get the vibe she might want more than a friendship, then the next minute she doesn't. I'm so confused and don't know what to do. Any advice? Yes, focus on your life. Do not hang around, see what she wants to do. Focus on your life, build your life, focus on your studies. If you're still in school, focus on your job. If you have a career, be successful. That is one of the attractive characters that a man has when a woman looks at him. So focus and be busy with your life. Don't just wait around until she has time to hang around, because you are now hanging around for pleasure, not for a real relationship. Let her feel that you have a life. Let her feel that you're serious about your life. Women looking for seriousness in a man, as well as many other things possibly. But one of them is the fact that how serious the man is on his own life and journey and his own plans, because then that is the extent of they see that they will be serious about, a relationship as well, that the man is responsible. So being busy with your life, focusing on accomplishing what you want to accomplish in life, your plans, it shows responsibility. And it is a very attractive trait when women looks at a man that he's a responsible man, if they're mature enough. At age 19, I'm not sure how mature she is. She may never be the right girl for you at this age. She may be. But at age 19, you can't count on them so much. They will be in love one day and the next day they're not. They will be interested in you one day and the next day they'll be interested in something else, because not because anything wrong with you, it's because they don't even know if they're sitting or standing. They're still trying to figure it out. And they have been bombarded with the society's conditioning that there's so much to do, so much to catch up, and don't miss out on life and all that, that they have no chance of stopping and smelling the roses or whatever it is that they want to smell, coffee or whatever. They're just always in a hurry to meet up, do things, go to disco, go to here, do that, experience this, because that's how they've been conditioned. So age 19 is a volatile age. Don't waste your time too much on her, especially like you say one day she's this, one day she's that. She's not sure. Or simple, take her to dinner and say, listen, or some simple, nothing fancy, because as soon as they say you're pouring your heart out, at that age they feel, oh, they're too good for you, they must be really hot. So it's all about balance. Take him somewhere, sit down and say, listen, we've been friends for a while. I'm interested to pursue being in a relationship with you. What do you think? If you're in it, great. If you're not, well, we part today. We don't need to continue the friendship. Be strict about it, clear about it, and let her feel the urgency about it. But it is all about her age. She may not be ready at all for the kind of relationship that you have in mind. She at that age will be, maybe with some girl, some guy for maybe 6 months or a few months, and then she would feel, oh, she's missing out and she wants to try something else, not because of any particular reason, just because she thinks she's missing out. That's how the conditioning has been in everyone's mind. Even guys, not just girls, everybody feels like, oh, they got to get more of this, more of that, experience more of this, more of that, and more relationship, and maybe that, that's how it's been. So see if she qualifies. Don't think of you being interested in being in a relationship with her just because she's cute or you kind of desire that. also see if she qualifies to get your attention. Just because she's a female, it doesn't mean that she's qualified. You're a heterosexual male, you're programmed to seek female, to love female, to be attracted by females. So that's your programming. That's how you're put together. So in that case, you should recognize the fact that you pursue a female is your genes, your programming. But that doesn't mean that female, whose entity is not just her avatar, her looks, her physical appearance, her entity, her whole self, is inside her consciousness. It's a combination of the mind and body. And what do you know about her consciousness? Nothing. Once you get to know it, then you will see if she actually qualifies beyond being a female. Then you can decide, oh, okay, it's good, let me ask her. Or let's see where it goes. Or, you can simply see it with the way she behaves. And maybe you don't even want to ask her or be serious about it. Just see that if she doesn't have that tendency, leave her. Pull aside. Pull back. Don't spend so much time with her. Let her now feel if she's missing you or she felt the same as you did by you not being around, that she will reach out to you. And then you will see how she behaves. If she's feeling the same way as you do, then you guys can go forward. That's another way. Or just sit down and talk to her. Or just pull back and say, I don't want to be friends. Simple. Because I don't think you're ready for the kind of friendship I'm interested in. One way or another, you got to communicate that to her in a subtle way, not in a unfriendly way, of course. All right. Excalibur says, Hola Mehran, hope you're doing great. It looks like we have more attendance on Sunday. Yeah, it looks like it, 22 of us. I hope to see 22 likes at least. And if you guys haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Click on it. It doesn't cost you anything. Just click there. Push. That's it. See? If you had done it, you'd subscribe by now. We need all the help we can get. With the contents that we are offering here, which is second to none, as I've heard from thousands and thousands of you. We've got over 1,300 videos here and live talks on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, on most Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, and sometimes during the weekdays. It's all free for you, and of course, I'm one Skype call away. If you guys have something specific that you want to discuss and you can't discuss it here, and you want to explore it further, whether it's about your relationship or about your mind or about movement of the mind or about your life in general, you can simply go on my site, mind@6truth.com, and click on Talk to Me for consultation. Make an appointment and we'll discuss what's on your mind, what's concerning you, one-on-one on Skype. It can be done all around the week with people who need it. I'm here for you. So, now, he says, I'm doing good and have no questions, but tuned in because I like to hear my second father figure's wisdom. My pleasure. I appreciate that. Very kind. And I'm delighted that you're enjoying it and you're here. And good to have you here as always. Fereydun Salami says, I feel miserable. Wow. Gee, why? After all that good words I heard from Excalibur, now you say miss. And he says, I think I need help. All right. We all do at one time or another. Fereydun says, I just can't seem to forget my ex. Well, of course. You live in Iran. Finding a girl, being with a girl is hard enough, let alone having a girl and then it's ex now, and say, what the hell am I going to do? The whole pressure of the community, the whole eyes on you guys, the whole idea of people knowing that you were with this girl, now you're not, and the girl has been made out to be a deity. There's such a, untouchable thing. These are the conditions they've received. Now you had one. Now it's such a big deal. All these cultural pressures and the images that is created and whatever, the rest of it makes you feel like, oh, how can I forget her? Because you don't have an easy time to find. I mean, nobody in that country has an easy time to find another girl unless, you are not particular. So that makes you feel like you've lost something, but you haven't. So you broke up. Let her go. Next. There's so many beautiful Iranian girls in Iran. One better than the other, so find them. They're all there. But don't sweat it like if your life depends on it. And he says, I can't seem to forget my ex, even though I thought I was over her. I can't move on. How can I do it? Male 22 Norway. Oh, you're not in Iran, you're in Norway. See, wasted all my time for that. But okay, for the ones who are listening from Iran, and you've broken up, take that one for that. So this was for them. Now, about you, Feridun. See? Because you didn't follow the protocol. You didn't say Feridun 22 Norway to bring my mind to where it was. Your fault. I'm not going to ignore you. There's a reason for I asked for the protocol, so I don't be talking my head off far away from the target. But anyhow, you can use that same thing. Now, in your case, listen, you're probably horny. Go do whatever you got to do, get over that, and then have a clear mind, and we'll talk later. There's nothing more. If you've already understood how you can be over her and follow on your goals and accomplish your goals and follow your plans, focus on your life, build your life, focus on your studies if you're still in school or if you have a career, focus on your job, then you will be fine. But if you constantly forgo them, the studies or the job, sacrifice them, let them simply fall behind, you feel like a loser. You feel lack of confidence because you will feel you haven't accomplished anything. But if you do accomplish, pay attention to your life, be responsible, attend to your duties and responsibilities, you feel good about yourself. When you feel good about yourself, you feel less about missing her and how important she was. When you feel you haven't accomplished anything, don't feel that good about yourself because of your accomplishments, then she becomes more important. That relationship, the ex, becomes more of an accomplishment to you. Your focus should be on accomplishing more in your life, so the ex will not seem like an accomplishment, would seem like something that you got to get over, not that something you got to bring back because you have not been able to feel confident by new accomplishments in your life and progression of accomplishments in your life. Therefore, you feel, oh, that ex was really the highlight of my life. You should focus on building your life so the ex relationship would not seem to be the highlight of your life, and you will be confident in that way, and you will go on. But if you hang around and keep thinking about it, well, what are you doing? You're encouraging synaptic neurons, the bridges to be made, and more focus on that, you become good at missing her. If you keep thinking of her, that's what you become good at. What you do most of, you become good at that. And if that is thinking about her and whatever it is that you're thinking about her, then you'll be good at missing her, because that's what you're encouraging in your brain to create the bridges between the synaptic neurons to create possibilities to become good at something. Again, like anything else, you play lots of piano, you'll be good at it. You don't play it, you're not as good at it. So whatever it is you're doing in life, whatever it is that you think about it, you become good at that. You keep thinking about her, missing her, you'll become good at thinking you're missing her. If you don't focus on your life, build your life, accomplish things, then you'll be good at that, and you'll be less thinking of missing her. Therefore, you will not be so good at missing her, and you will be on your way to forget her and focus on your life. That's what you should be doing. Feridun. And next time, don't forget the protocol. All right. Now, Sam Smith said, been in around 8 long-term relationships. Okay, Sam, I'm going to stop you right here. Protocol, where are you tuning in from? Male or female? Oh, who knows? Could be Samantha. I don't know. And how old you are. So you can say M if it's male, 21 or 28 or whatever your age is, and the city you come from, the country you are, gives me a little bit background. So please read what I've said all up there. I guess you guys can't see it now. But anyhow, I need that before I get back to your question. Sam, So I move on to George says 100% so right. And George says, I have subscribed to you and liked this. Thank you, sir. You're quite welcome, and thank you, George. George says, first time experience with you. Thank you. Going back to studying now. Honestly, so motivated. Thank you. Good for you. Remember, translate what you're doing to your life. What you're doing right now is the picture of that nice vacation, that food that you can put on table, that beautiful wife that you will have someday, whether it's this one or somebody else, who cares? We don't know at the moment. That nice car, that nice house. What you're doing is also, beside the merits of it, they're going to help thousands of people in your career, cure them, help them to reach their potential in health and do the best they can do for this world as a whole. You'll also translate it to the lifestyle they can bring for you. That's far more important than the things that you're occupied thinking about, which does you no good and worth nothing at this time, at this moment. It's all illusory, what it was, what it can be, what it could be. None of that exists. Focus on this, what it exists, which is you studying and taking care of business. That's what a man is made out of. There. Go to it. Joel says, you are so right, sir. I asked my ex-girlfriend sometime last about moving things forward in our relationship. She became flaky in her attitude. She said she doesn't know what she wants. Okay, she doesn't know what she wants, then you don't want her because you want somebody who knows what she wants. And he continues, says, women are like the wind. Focus on your life, insidious gamer. Oh, you're talking to insidious gamer. Okay, fine. All right. Feridun says, I think you mixed me with someone. Yes, I did. No, I didn't mix you with someone else. I mixed you with the name and thought you're in Iran because you didn't follow the protocol. There you go. But I corrected it anyhow. So we're good. And Insidious Gamer says, you're the man, Mehran. Thanks for the advice. You're right. I should just concentrate on myself. Be the best. Will fit into place. Yes, 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 yes. Good for you. Puria says, thanks. I'm living in Iran and that was really helpful. Yes, there we go. I knew somebody could catch that up and enjoy it if they're living in Iran. Perfect. Thank you, Puria, for not letting my efforts go to waste. Now we've taken care of both countries, Iran and Norway. Now, Sam says, male, Ireland, 32. All right, my Irish friend, let's talk about you. Sam says, Sam is male from Ireland, age 32. Sam says, been in around 8 long-term relationship. 8 long-term, does that mean long 8 years, or is it 8 months, or is it 8 weeks, or if it's 8 days? I take it 8 years. 32, Sam, Ireland. So he says, been in around 8 long year, I guess, term relationship and many more short relationship. Oh, it's not one relationship. He says, I've been around 8 long-term relationships, 8 different relationships, but they each were like more than a few months, and many more short relationships, all right? I never felt sad about a breakup, just moved on automatically. Is this weird? No. Because none of them are really what you were looking for. You know? And you had more important things in life, which were probably your studies or your career at each time. And you were not ready for any commitment, and you knew it. And because you were not ready for any commitment, you really was okay with it not working because you said, well, I don't want a commitment anyhow, so it's time to break up. And also possibly so many pretty girls in Ireland that you thought, well, it's easy to come by, no need to despair, there'll be another one soon. That's good attitude. Keep it up. But eventually you'll find one that you will want to make a little bit more effort and find bonding on consciousness level. And when that happens, then of course you will become more ready for commitment and seriousness and so forth. And that's good. No worries. It's not weird. All right. Now, Excalibur says, I chuckled for quite a while when you realized the asker wasn't in Iran. Yes, I know, me too. And I'm sure a part of you wished they hit their toe with the side of the... No, not really, because I knew that was that was Feridun, and he was from Norway, so I knew. I don't wish ill for people hitting their toe to the side of the bed leg for not following protocol. Yes, for that part, maybe I did. For not following protocol. And Excalibur says, just kidding, but David is the protocol champion. Yes, he is. He is. I heard he gave private lessons to the Japanese emperor years ago. Purya says, I'm 19. Iran does a relationship in which the woman is taller or older than the man work. Well, what else did you want not to go right? Taller, older. What else? I mean, number one, you don't want the woman to be older than you in most cases, if you can help it, unless you know, it's a little bit of a difference, not much. And everything is really hitting out on all cylinder for both of you. Well, yeah. And the fact that the woman is taller, well, you know, sometimes happens because consciousness doesn't have any height and elevation levels or that way. It's how you guys feel compatible in your consciousness level. And if you resonate on the same level, well, you know, sometimes you're taller, sometimes the woman could be taller. But of course, I understand as a general rule, a man wants his woman to be not as tall as he is and shorter, which is understandable. That's how it makes us feel better. So, but it's okay if you guys can hit it off okay, but you know what? There are two things wrong there, so you might as well consider your age, that you're 19 and you're not really sure of what you want, and you don't exactly have great ideas about who you are yet. You're still developing, and therefore your decision on what is good for you and what is the compatible and best choice for you at this time is not really a valid one. So you shouldn't count on your own decisions about suitability of a woman at this age. You just take it as it comes by you know, being cautious and being careful and being just weighing things, and just enjoy for what it is, but don't make long plans and don't think of it that this is the final choice of yours, because you are still growing and learning about yourself, and you still don't know enough about yourself or enough about what you expect in a woman to make that choice. So you want to be in a relationship with her, but understand that it is very sensitive in that neck of the wood. Even though she's older and taller, you may fall in love with her just because she's there, just because she's female, and it's not that easy to find maybe necessarily relationships in that neck of the wood. So if you consider that, then don't take it seriously, and make sure you don't fall head over heels in love with her just because she's a female. And you know how we feel about females. We love females. So therefore, be cool about it and expect it not to work. Just be cordial, a gentleman, as you usually are, and see where it goes. But usually it's not the best choice for a 19-year-old to be with an older woman and taller woman. So the taller part is okay, but the older part is not that okay, because she's older and she will feel superiority because of her age, that's all, and you will not feel up to par just because of her age, regardless of, you know, what compatibilities you guys may have or may not. And she may eventually feel like, you know, she's looking for someone older, and you'll be hurt when she decides to sever. And for you, you feel it's really actually complimentary to you that an older woman is paying attention to you. So you may actually fall for her, thinking that you got a catch because she being older makes you feel more worthy and mature, because she's an older woman and you're with an older woman. That makes you at age 19 feel that you're more mature. So that's kind of, you know, fluffs your wing, and that also sets you up for a possible disappointment when things really don't work out for the reasons I mentioned. Okay, so I'm sure you can figure it out, Puria. You're a smart boy and you understand what I'm talking about. So Excalibur says, haha, always wonderful to hear you laugh, Mehran. Time for the gym. How? Not tonight. I was in the gym, what was it? Last night? No, night before last, and it was a good workout. So tonight, no gym. Just eating. In a couple of hours I will visit my mother anyhow, so no gym. Super Awesome says, hi, I'm having a difficult time. Super Awesome, be more awesome and observe the protocol, and let me know if you're male or female. So M or F code, and then age, your age, so I know how old you are, how to deliver my response, and then where you're coming from, what your city or country where you are is, and if there's a partner involved, then let me know what his or her age and nationality is. So I'll move on from yours until I get that info. Super awesome. So awesome. ILL says, good Lord, can someone ask a question that is not related to relationship? Lord. Well, you know, you got to give me a name. I don't want to call you ill because that's negative connotation. Ill means what, sick? I don't want to do that. So, and I don't want to keep saying ILL. So, throw me a bone. Give me the info. David Gonzalez says, hi, 22M from Mexico. Great, thank you for observing the protocol. He is 22 years old male from Mexico. ¿Cómo estáis? Hola. I hope you are well. Thank you, David. I want your opinion, all right? My ex-girlfriend, 22 female, thank you again for that information, broke up with me 6 years after 6 years relationship. Aha. Ooh. Well, you know what? That means you were 16 years old and she was 16 years old. That was the first real boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. Naturally, you guys possibly want to see what's out there. Doesn't mean that you guys don't like each other. It just means you feel maybe something out there you're missing, or maybe your girlfriend thought, oh, let me see what's out there. Life is passing me by. Only one boyfriend. And you may feel the same thing. Who knows? And he continues, because she didn't believe me and thought I didn't want to marry her. Oh, well, that remedy is not too difficult. She met a guy studying in Europe a year ago. She studied there for 6 months as well as me, but in different cities. And now she left again to Europe to be with him because she trusted him. Ah, okay then. You don't want to be with a girl who doesn't trust you anyhow, so move on. I begged her to come back, but she said that she already has someone she can trust. Okay. We were together for 6 years and the breakup was so sudden. I gave her everything and now I feel like shit. No, don't feel like shit. In fact, you're lucky. Why would you want to be with the girl who you chose at age 16? You don't even probably match each other by now because you both have changed. Maybe at age 16 you didn't know much, either one of you, and it was all novel and something new, and at that age you had things in common because you were both teenagers. But at this time you have changed a lot, you have grown a lot, you've matured differently, and she's probably no good for you anymore. Think of it that way. Why do you think just because she broke up with somebody else then she's all that good and you still can get a lot out of her? Look what happened. The duration was 6 years. After 6 years she's doing this. So why would you want to be someone that doesn't have the same level of commitment, or talking about, oh, I don't believe you, or I do believe you? Whatever the hell is that? So you don't believe her, then you can show it by, you know, showing her that you actually are serious. That's it. It's all excuses that she doesn't want to feel guilty about what she's doing. She'll say, I didn't believe you. Okay, she didn't believe you, whatever. Believe her. Move on. You don't need someone who doesn't believe you. If you're genuinely committed and have serious intentions, well, which you do, if she doesn't, well, let her go. Another girl. You're just 22 years old. Even right now, you have no business thinking about marriage. What are you, nuts? Marrying why? At age 22? No business to get married. Go get your career done, finish your university, get your career set up, make money, build something out of yourself, build your life, focus on that until you're age 28, 29, 30 years old. Then you'll know more about yourself and you will know what you expect from a woman, what you hope to achieve, what you have to offer, and what you're expecting to receive. And then you will choose a woman on that basis. Not on the basis that I've been used to this girl for 6 years, therefore she's the right one to marry. No, you're just used to that order, that comfort. Don't. In fact, she wasn't the right girl for you just because you guys met at age 16. What you guys have to offer each other from the mindset? Nothing. You guys are used to each other, and she left to some other guy. Great. Good for you. Enjoy for whatever it was, remember it, and now you're free to go and meet real, mature, your age woman and experience it that way. All right? It's the order that you're missing, being used to that woman, not that she was the right girl for you. Maybe at age 16, but not now. Have more expectations from women, not just be a female, be there. I know her for a long time, so that's the right girl for me. No. Go on, build your life. Lots of hope out there, lots of wonderful women out there. Wish her well and wish yourself well, and go on. Super Awesome says, I'm male 25. Thank you, Super Awesome. And where from? Super Awesome, where from? Super Awesome says, I'm 25, male from US. Okay, now we're in business. Says, I was in a relationship with 28-year-old female. We dated for a year. We were together all the time. She was emotionally supportive. I thought she was the love of my life. We lived together. After a couple of months, we found out our lifestyle so differently. She accused me of neglecting her when I was so busy trying to please her. She made me feel like I was the one at fault. She told me that she moves on faster because she had been in so many relationships before. She's now moved on and with another guy. I'm having difficulty accepting the fact. Why? Why would you want to be with a woman who actually chosen and gone with another guy? She had you, she left you, went to another guy. That girl is no longer qualified. Simple. Enjoy your freedom and expect a lot more from a woman than just being a woman. What about the commitment, loyalty, compatibility? You said that you guys had differences in lifestyle. So that already disqualifies both of you from being together. And she has now gone to another guy. Well, great. And you should go and live your life, build your life, be true to yourself, find another girlfriend, see what you have things in common with her. And if you guys hit it off on consciousness level, respect each other, love each other, resonate on the same level, you will begin to love each other after that. And then you choose her. This one, let her go. No good. She might be a good person, but no good for you because you guys didn't have enough compatibility. And the fact that she had the choice, she was there, she chose to leave, and she left to another guy. That disqualifies her to be the right girl for you. What is it to want to accept? What? What do you think what she was? She was what? The most compassionate, wise of the world, feeding the world and the elderly, secure in life for everybody, and the cure for common cold. What was she? What did she accomplish that you can't believe it? She was another human being, a female, and simply wanted something that she wasn't getting there as far as, you know, her standards or whatever her lifestyle was. And she found some other guy. Who knows who that guy is, and who cares? You focus on the fact that she wasn't qualified to be with you because she's not. She left. And when a woman leaves, that disqualifies her from being the right girl for you. And you should respect that. And respect yourself as well, and move on. Super awesome says, you have no hope of going back together. Okay, good. We were toxic of each other. Well, there you go. Why do you want to keep eating the toxic food? Just because what? You're used to it? But I'm still hurt from our relationship. Hurt what? Where is it hurting? Can I know where it's hurting? May I? Where? Is it your foot? Your hand? Your nose? Where is it hurting? Nothing is hurting. In reality, it's only the image that you had of yourself in your mind about you that you now see it. Oh, it's the image that girl didn't approve or didn't stay with, even though that was actually a toxic relationship. So you're saying to me that I tasted that food and I threw up because it was toxic, but you know what? I can't believe it, and I can't stand it that the waiter took it away from me because they found it was not a good food and toxic. I want that food. I want to keep throwing up. I just love the feeling of throwing up. Is that what you're telling me? Because everything shows that you're locked out and nothing is hurt. Only the image you have created for yourself, about yourself, in your mind, in your case, in your thinking, is tarnished. But who would have wanted that image anyhow? Image with some girl that wasn't qualified for you? Why would you want that image? Change it. Images are there for you to use them, throw them out. You go to a store, you have an image of a shopper. You work in a store, you have an image of a clerk. You get on a bus, you have an image of a passenger. You drive the bus, you have an image of a bus driver. You go to school, you have an image of a school classmate. You teach a class, you have an image of a teacher. You go to your parents, you have an image of a son or a daughter. You interact with your children, you have an image of father or mother. These images are constantly there according to what you're about to do in life in that day, what you're about to do. You take an image, you interact with that image with the outside, and then you throw it out and go and have another image for the next event that is about to happen. That's it. And that image has been hurt, but in fact that image is illusory, has no actuality, has no reality. So nothing in you has been hurt. You're all intact, perfect as you were ever, if not better, because now you have more experience and you know what really is toxic and what you shouldn't really pay attention to or want. Therefore, hallelujah, go on, enjoy your life, and don't be a wussy. And he says, seeing her already move on with someone so quick, I can't control my ex-BF. No, oh, stop that. Stop that. Focus on the food example that I gave you. If something is toxic, I don't care who else has it. Better them than me. I don't want to have it. And if they have any brain, if they find it toxic as well, they won't. Maybe they're good with it. Maybe they're immune to that toxicity. But you're not, and you should move on. Stop talking like that. Have more respect for yourself. And he says, how do I comfort with this emotion? I just told you. She treated me so bad, yet that's more reason for you not wanting her back at all. I still have feeling for that one. No, you don't. You're just being a masochist because you're programmed and conditioned to want to please someone who's been nasty and impolite with you, because that's all many of us have been conditioned since childhood. When the teacher is dissatisfied, does like this, and we want to do whatever we can to satisfy, because we've been conditioned to please parents, teachers, policeman, this and that, employer, and all that shit. Don't. Simply understand. Judge the situation for what it is. Do not try to please people. Simply understand if they're not worth it, if they're not cordial, respectful, behaving properly, they don't deserve you respecting them or want to be around them or have anything to do with them. Simple. That's the end of that. Now, let's move on. Super awesome and be super awesome. That name is not for nothing. Don't shit all over it. Go and build a life for yourself, and then you will see how many real good women will come to you if you've made a good version of yourself, rather than looking for a person who is treating you not nice and you still want it. What are you? How many times you're going to hit your head to the wall and say, oh, it hurts, but I really like it. Can I have some more? Well, once you get a baseball bat and hit it in your head. It's exactly the same thing you're asking me. Well, because you don't feel the physical pain, you think it's okay. No. Fix up your psyche. Your psyche must be balanced, and you should have respect for yourself. And one way to do it, to begin with, is to move away from any toxic relationships. And now we move on to Danny Astero. Aloha. Aloha, Danny. Are you from Hawaii? Danny says, nothing. David Gonzalez says, thanks for your videos. They're all very helpful. Delighted to hear that. Hope you have subscribed and you click on like and you share the videos you like on your social media. Help us to grow and reach more people and make this channel talk of the town. Now, Danny, you're from Hawaii, are you now? Oh, my second home. Tell me, where? Which island? And I pay attention to Petite Man says, I am 6'8" and I weigh 300 pounds. That's nothing to be petite about. What are you talking about? Just kidding. Petite Man says, I have changed my username from ILL to Petite. Ah, there we go. Okay, good. 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 Lygia Garcia. Lygia, you haven't been here for a long time, right? Am I right? It says, hello, a long time. Yeah, there we go. That means I'm correct. Where have you been? Hope all has been well with you, Lygia. Remember, guys, I have a Facebook page on my Facebook, which you all have the link right here in the content, in the description of what I have here. So you guys can join the page as well. So you can see some of the posts that I post, some of the videos that I share there as well, that I select sometimes. So here's the link in case you guys haven't noticed it. So there we go. Now, Danny says Honolulu. Oh, yes, yes. My son and I spend quite a number of vacations in Hawaii Islands. More in Maui, but first one was Honolulu, Hawaii. And one of the highlights of our trip was, of course, Hanauma Bay, which we enjoyed thoroughly. At the time, it was so clean and so secluded place. It wasn't like, it was busy, but not like I've heard it is today, that it is not as pristine as it used to be. That's too bad. Hanauma Bay has always, I have such good memory from it. My son at the time was like 6 years old. We had so much fun, and we played so much, and we swam, watched all those fish, and went all the way to the reef. And at one point it was too difficult because I was carrying him on my back, and coming back it was a little challenging, and we both remember it. Then we were last one that particular day. The bus had left, so we walked down. We took the bus up to the top of the hill, and then from there, the bus had left. So we walked down on the red mud, red earth, red color, you know, it's red color there. We had our Maui chips in our hand, and we stopped and looked at the view. It was amazing. Then finally we got to that little bit lower part, and we got the bus. We're both still wet. Beautiful memories. I love Hawaii. Beautiful place. And I look forward to be there again soon. So, that was a good energy. Let's see now. No. Mm-hmm. He says, I hate the fact that I was happy with her and she was talking behind my back with his friend. That definitely disqualifies her. Just move on, please. Don't waste your time on her and on those memories. Just move on. Go build a better version of yourself and find a better woman. Simple. Very simple. This beauty of this world is there's so much wonderful, beautiful woman out there. It's not the last one. Your last relationship is never the last one. So there's going to be another one on the way, whether you see it now or not. It's on its way. So focus on your life, build your life, focus on becoming a better version of yourself. And when the time comes and she presents herself, and you will be qualified and ready to offer the best you can to her. Excalibur says, tell your mother that Excalibur is very grateful that she gave us Mehran. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Excalibur. I will. Super Awesome says, sorry, this is the first time on this chat. No worries. We figured it out. And now we go back to, we discussed Super Awesome's case. And we go to Nicola Beluica. Beluica? I hope I didn't forget how to pronounce this. Beloica. Nicola says, hello, Nicola Beloica. Beloica. Oh, Beloica. Nicola Beloica. 38 male Serbia. Oh, hello there. How are you? Thank you. Thank you. Good of you to be here. Delighted to see you here. And he says, what do you think about persons who won't have the ability to trust in a relationship, who always something inspect or suspect and have jealous attacks? Well, you just simply sit down with them and say, dear, I want to talk to you for a second in seriousness and in all honesty. If we keep going like this, nothing will work, because no matter what I do, you will feel untrustful, distrustful towards me, and that will simply makes me second guess myself and makes me feel terrible that I'm not able to have that level of communication and trust and relationship with you, because I'm always doubted. Doesn't make me feel good. How would you have felt if every time you come home or I see you, I feel like you've done something behind my back, or I distrust you? You feel negative emotion and you feel ashamed of yourself, even though you don't have to be, because you didn't do anything. So I'm feeling the same way. So I want to ask you, can you fix this? Or is it something that we should simply, unfortunately, decide not to be around each other because I'm hurting and the woman that I like, you, is not trusting me, so it makes me feel really miserable. And if I was having the same effect on you, you would have not felt good about yourself or good to be around me, because naturally you would feel I'm responsible for you not feeling good because of the feedback I give you. I'm beginning to feel the same. So I wonder, how do you propose that we help each other to get over this? Is there any way that you suggest that we can work it together and get it get us to a place where we should be. And let's see what she says. If her comments make sense, well, then you alter your behavior. If it doesn't make sense, then figure out what you guys can do, prove to her that it's not correct, and simply mention it. You don't have to go nuts and prove to her. Just say it. And if she still doesn't want to accept it, say, you see, dear, no matter what I say, you don't believe it. And that is not a healthy relationship. So let's see what we can do. And together come up with some kind of a answer. And then try that for a while, whatever you guys agree to help each other and help her trust level to come to where it's supposed to be deserving of you. And if then it doesn't work, and you just sit down with her and say, look, I tried my best, and obviously you've made up your mind, and that is not healthy for me. So perhaps maybe you can find somebody else who can be meeting your standards as far as bringing that comfort zone to you. And if not, then I really want to feel as a good person. And I don't feel that with you, because no matter what I do, you doubt me. And that doesn't help me to be happy, strong, and successful, neither for me nor for you or the relationship. So until then, perhaps things will change if you approach it this way. Nicola. And we have Super Awesome says, thank you. I found your channel today and I listened to your video. How often do you do these live chats? Well, I have over 1,300 videos. About 200-300 of them are about the psyche, meaning the movement of mind, thought, how thought comes about, consciousness, how is consciousness put together, created. Talk about fear, what is fear, where does it come from? Talk about desire, what is desire, how does it come to be, how you can stop something to become a desire. What about pleasure? What about ego? What about the role of these things, these fragments of your center, of your entirety in your life, and how you negotiate daily life, and how you act, interact, feel the way you do. And more than 1,000 and counting is about breakups. Whatever comes to your mind after breakup, if you just write in the search box how you feel on my channel, there's bound to be a video on it. And many videos are standalone, and many of them are trimmed out of this live talks, good questions and good answers, and I've put them as separate video. So we constantly have new videos, and soon I'll have new products because my site is being revamped. And of course, you can check my site, mind@seekstruth.com, and click on the books and see the video of each book, and for 2 minutes to see what the book is all about, and see the table of contents of the book. Click on the book further, and pages will open, and you read a sample chapter, and then see if you want to acquire them, have them in your library for reference. They're in printed and ebooks. Printed are very expensive. Ebooks are dirt cheap, like a cup of coffee or tea. I purposely made that a switch to ebooks to make it available so it would be nominal fee and everybody can afford it from anywhere in the world, since everybody says they want to have it, but the books are expensive. So the ones who can afford it buy the printed books, and I sign it and send it to them. The ones who don't, they can have the same book in ebook, which is a link. Right away they get it, and it's like, instead of $100, it's like $5.99 or $4.99 or $6.99, something like that. So, having said all that, and you remember, you can also click on Talk to Me for Consultation on my site and make an appointment on Skype, and we can chat what's concerning you one-on-one on Skype. So having plugged all the services, let's go back to our main event, which is, at this point, Juanpa. And by the way, the live chats are usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 12:30 p.m. Vancouver time, which sometimes I'm late, like today, it was 2 o'clock Vancouver time, which seems to be the right time on Sunday, actually. But if you guys go on my Facebook page, I usually try to have a post up a day or two before to show you, tell you what new events are coming, if I have a live talk or the time is changed or something like that. Otherwise, usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 12:30 p.m. Vancouver time. And the Facebook link is already in this chat box or whatever it is, forum. Juanpa says, hi Mehran, Costa Rica, male 23. I'm late, sorry, don't be late. I should almost end it as soon as I finish all the, because after 5 and I should be at my mother's at 6 on time. She expects things to be on time, so I gotta comply. So, and says, hope you're enjoying the live chat. Yes, I am. Actually, I would like Garçon to bring some food because I'm hungry. But there is no Garçon here. How about a little light? So, Danny says, I dated a younger woman who is 14 years younger. Oh, I was getting scared. How old you are, Danny? Did you tell me that? Danny, let me know what how old you are, if you will. So I'll go, oh, you're 43. Oh, thank God. Okay, 43. So she was 29. Yes, I know, Juanpa. I will be right there. Okay, Danny, hang on. I guess I missed Juanpa's. Juanpa says, male 22 Costa Rica, do you think it's rude not to want to know a girl romantically speaking just because you don't find her physically attractive? No, why? How come it's okay if they don't find you romantically interesting, or, you know, just because they don't find you suitable for one way or another, you have the right to have the same honest feelings and act or not act on those honest feelings. And if she doesn't seem to tickle your fancy, you know, she's, both are legal age and you think she's not suitable for romantic friendship, then that's what you do. But you don't, of course, you don't have to be any rude about it. Like, you'll be a gentleman, you'll be cordial, you'll be proper, and you'll treat her nice always, regardless of how one lady is physically appealing to you or not. Every woman is beautiful, just different people have different tastes. But regardless of what it is, you always remain gentleman, cordial, and respectful, and treat her like a lady as she is. But you don't have any make any romantic plans or involvement of that sort. It's up to you and up to her, both of you. So it goes both ways. No, it's not rude. It's just don't be rude about it. That's all it matters, which I'm sure you're not, Juanpa. Now, Danny says, Danny is 43, and he says, I dated a younger woman who is 14 years younger. That makes her to be 29 years old. We are not together now, but she has moved on right away after the breakup. Monkey branching. So obviously you've been watching some of my videos, or have you picked that up from somewhere else? I think I didn't mention it as monkey branching, I'm sure. I mentioned it as sparrow jumping from branch to branch. So a little bit more civilized, I guess. So she left you already, and Danny says, I believe she already broke up in her mind and just went through the motions of breaking up unemotional. With the moving on so quick for her, do you believe about how she grew up fatherless and always needs a man in her life? Danny, I'm a bit lost as far as relevancy of what you were saying. So you were going out with a girl 29, you're 43, and she moved on after breakup quickly, and okay, and you feel that she broke up in her mind and she was able to go somewhere else. And then you're asking, with the moving on so quickly, so quick for her, do you believe about how she grew up fatherless and always needed a man in her life, but you were a man in her life? That couldn't be the reason for moving on. I think she's age 29, and I don't know anything about her. Of course, you didn't tell me anything about her. I don't know her lifestyle. I don't know what she's into or what she feels like she's missing, or what things are available to her somewhere else that wasn't available to her with you. Maybe, I don't know, some lifestyle or whatever it is that she thinks was of importance to her that enticed her to move on. For whatever reason it was, she's broken up and she's moved on. So really don't give a damn. Just move on. Pay attention to yourself and bring about that lifestyle and that tranquility that you deserve and you're looking for. Find a woman more qualified and more compatible on consciousness level with you, so you can feel each other's energy and feed on that, rather than feeding on divisions and conflicts, which could be there in everyone's life, but maybe a little bit less of it is more appreciated. I think the age difference was fine. There was nothing wrong with that, but it looks like her maturity level or lack of having accomplished what she perhaps hoped or hopes to accomplish in her life might have caused her to move on as quickly as she did, or whatever reason it may have been. I am not sure the question here, Danny, but whatever reason it may have been, you need to focus on your life and move on to make yourself happy and be happy in that beautiful island of Oahu. There's no shortage of beautiful girls, that's for sure. So go to it and don't worry about what's gone. If she was qualified, she wouldn't have gone. The fact that she's gone and so quickly to another, well, she's jumped on a different branch, and definitely that disqualifies her. That's not kind of woman they want to build anything with. There's nothing solid about that. Even if she's broken up and things were not good between the two of you, at least there would be some kind of a time period, let's say a couple of months at least. The ones who really move on, it's just they've already moved on before they moved on. And therefore you shouldn't have any further thinking about them. That should tell you everything. So move on, focus on your life, and be happy. Aloha. So David says, what do you think about love? It's a very small word, but big question. I have many videos on my channel. If you just go on the search engine of my channel, put the word love, and you'll see a bunch of videos talking about what is love and what is not, so on. Do we need to actively try and meet women? It depends on what kind of love you're talking about. You're talking about love with a woman. That is not about how many women you meet, meaning you're more capable of loving. Or will the one will appear without looking for her, and we just need to work on us? What you need to do is to focus on building your life, focus on accomplishing yourself, focus on being, understanding how you can be more useful and suitable in affecting the society and the world in general in a positive way with your energy. Understand your relationship between the energy of the universe and your energy, the key, as we've talked about it before, and become part of the nature. Understand your place in the nature, your importance in this whole picture of life, and then focus on building your life and whatever it is that you want to learn in this life. While you're busy with that, you will gain that confidence and this good connection with the nature, and the good energy that will be extended from you all over, wherever you go. And that energy will attract the right girl because the resonance of energy will hit the right girl who resonances on the same, appreciates you, and then you guys will have a good beginning to get to know more about each other and bond on consciousness level. So continue building your own life and then see what comes along and then treat it as respectfully and cordially as you can and see if you guys can find more things in common, and then you will know if that's a girl for you or not. In short, that was a very quick way of settling that question down. But if you want more information about that topic, then go on my channel, click on the search engine and put the word "what is love" or "love" or things like that and see what comes up. Dunder Muffin or Miffin. This is Pam. Oh, that must be Sophia, is it? Let's see. Have I said it right or said it wrong? I don't see it here. Says, so Mehran, I've been feeling very confused lately. Probably you won't remember, but 1 year ago now, my ex-boyfriend broke up with me. That's how I found your videos. They helped me a lot. Delighted to hear that. And let's see the rest of the question. And I just feel hopeless in forgetting him for good. Why? Why would you want to keep remembering something that wasn't good for you? Because if it was good for you, it would be here. You can't call something good that has decided not to be for you. In other words, remember, if this wheel doesn't turn for me, I don't care if it turns at all. So I don't care how good he was. If it wasn't for you, you should think, well, it doesn't matter how good the guy is. If it's not offering all that attention or goodness or whatever you think he is to you, then what good is it? Let's say there's a diamond in the jewelry store. It's not mine, so what good is it to me? I don't care. It's there for whoever can, whoever it is for. Same thing. Why do you want to keep remembering the guy who wasn't actually good for you? He wasn't good for you because he's not with you. If he was good for you, he would be with you. He's not with you, therefore he's not good for you. That's how you should look at it. Why do you have to think that, oh, there are things and episodes that was good when we were together? Okay, that was it. But the focal point, the key word is when we were together. You're not together. So why do you keep thinking those things will represent the whole entirety of the relationship was good? If it was good, you would have still been together. I don't care how many good scenarios you guys had in a relationship. The fact that finally it broke down, that means that relationship is no longer qualified to be a relationship for you to think about and hope for it. Simple. You got to disqualify a relationship based on what it is now. Not based on what it at one time in one certain fragments of it was and how it made you feel. Well, it's no different than, I don't know. The guy bring you a flower one day and the asshole raise your hand another day. What are you going to call that? You're going to think about the flower day and call the relationship good? No, you got to focus on what went wrong with it and call it for what it is. It was a shitty guy and shitty relationship because he raised his hand on you. Therefore, that relationship is no good. Now, in other cases, it's not at extreme. So it was a relationship. There was no abuse. There was no such things at all. There were some good things about it, but eventually it broke up. The fact that it broke up should leave you clear that this is not a qualified relationship for you. Not to focus on the parts that were fun, that you guys went out and you had fun, and then think that the whole relationship was that, and that good examples of it represents the whole entirety of the experience of that relationship. No, you should see it for what it was now. At the end, it broke down. When it broke down, that is what that relationship was at that time. And that's what that relationship could represent to you now when you think about it, not the good things about it. The good things about it, if you think about it, say, oh, that was nice. But don't think that that niceness that came to your mind, it represents that the whole relationship was good and it should be good and it can be good even now. No, you should remember that even though it was good at some points, but it is a disqualified relationship because it eventually broke down, and you know the reasons, whatever the reasons are, Focus on that. And you will see that it's not worth your time or thinking or wishing for it. Because obviously it proved to you that despite of all those sudden good memories, it didn't work. So that means the foundation of it, the ingredients of it, was not good enough to hold. Don't wish for something that already proved to you it didn't work, didn't hold. Move on. And Sophia says, "Oh, Mehran, I think you skipped my first message. It's me, Sophia, Chile." Yeah, I know it's you, but I guess I did miss it. Where's the first one? Oh, yes, there it is. Hello, Mehran. It's me, Sophia, 23 from Chile. It's kind of late here. What time is it over there? Oh, yeah, it's 5:17. Time for me to move it. So, and Pam says, Juanpa says, thanks, Mehran. Pam says, I know I'm very young, but I feel terrible for a very long time after that happened. It was a very painful breakup, and I was completely broken for a long time after that. You know, you shouldn't be broken, and even if you were, you're not broken now, because you've come to understanding a lot more than then. So use that understanding and move. Move, get your butt up and move. Build your life. You can do anything you put your mind to it. Put your mind to your happiness, fulfilling your desires. Apply yourself to life. Build something out of your life. Create, accomplish yourself. The confidence will make you soar high, far higher than you can even see these things on the ground level. You'll be way mighty and above it all. Create that in yourself. And she says, just recently I have been feeling better, feeling like myself again, but there are still days that I wake up feeling terrible all over again and miss him terribly. Don't focus on what went on and how it was. And just as you focus on the good stuff that makes you miss the ex, also focus on the shittiest stuff that actually caused the whole thing unravel and be not worthy of continuation of it. So, and he says, I just feel hopeless in forgetting him for good, as it seems he's not coming back. Any advice? Yeah, don't want him back. Don't wait for anybody. You're 23 years old. Build your life. Make something out of yourself. There'll be guys lining up. Don't worry about that. Just focus on building your life. Gain that confidence. Accomplish things. You're not defined by just one relationship or one guy. Move on. Believe in yourself. And okay, I guess I caught up now. Danny says, yes, I need to Skype with you. Thank you. Mahalo. Mahalo, dear. Look forward to talk to you. And remember, guys, anybody who goes on Skype, up to 1 hour, whatever booking you make, I will double it. So if you get an hour, I will double it. If you get a half an hour, I will double that. Don't get 15 minutes because that's not worth a damn. we need time to talk about it. So therefore, and soon there will be no half an hour anyhow, or 15 minutes. But until then, up to 1 hour, I will double it. Complimentary. Because I know there will be talk of getting to know each other, so I don't want you to pay your money for not getting to the meat of the matter. So there we go. And now we have Super Awesome says, if someone tells you that the communication door is closed, doesn't that apply that the relationship is over? Doesn't matter what it applies. You say, is it closed? Can we open it again? If your guy's still together. If she says, no, I don't want to have anything to do with you, I says, okay, bye-bye. That's all. Just make sure the communication is closed. And Pam says, thank you very much for answering, Mehran. You have no idea how much your advice means to me. I'm so glad I found I found you and your channel. Well, I'm delighted to hear that, dear. I'm here for you all. Just make sure to remember to, if you have any connection with any radio station, television, news, or paper, or university, campus, radio station, whatnot, recommend them to take a look at our channels, what we do and our work, and perhaps they want to do an interview with me and put us on the map. In the meantime, share the videos on your social media and help us to grow, as I have heard from all of you that we deserve to have 1 million subscribers, and we're just a bit short of that, about 90,000. So we got work to do. And on that note, we caught up and we've answered all the questions. I love you all. Thank you very much for giving me time to spend with you today, this afternoon and Sunday. Look forward to talk to you again. And before we know it, it's Friday again, and we'll have another live talk. In the meantime, the site is there. The Skype talk connection is there, should you need me. And I hope to talk to you soon. In the meantime, be good to yourself, to the others, and bye for now.